Good evening. I am Human Man Manson, and that over there is Human James. We are here doing a human podcast for you human ears.
And definitely not robots.
Yes, definitely not robots.
100% humans, no
Yes.
aliens, no robots,
Yes.
just straight humans.
My brain tells me that I am human.
Yep, and I am human in my CPU, my heart, not my CPU, my heart. 100% my heart.
Yes. Why would humans have CPUs? Why would they have CPUs?
It's just strange. It's odd as could be. I don't understand why we would even remotely have one of those.
Unfortunately, our friend Human J, could not make it today to make a 3-person podcast, but we will make do. So, you've got topics.
We've got answers. Yes. I guess we'll go more into since we've last spoken. I guess a new Magic set has came out.
Yes.
There has been a lot of stuff going on in the Magic community, mainly in regards to some higher up people that have been really respected in the community being banned for 30 months and ejected from a lot of pro events. Yeah, it's just not cool, man. Not cool.
So let's actually first, before this, you showed me a binder with like a whole bunch of shit in it.
Yeah.
Like, so what is all the old stuff that's new now? What is all the old stuff coming back to the set that I'm probably not aware of?
Okay, so there's a version of artifacts that were introduced, I believe, in the Kaladesh block called vehicles. So essentially a vehicle, you have to crew it, and to crew it, it'll have like crew 4 or crew 5. You have to tap a number of creatures whose power equals that crew number. So say you've got a 2/2 and a 3/3 monster and you have a crew 5 vehicle, you'd have to tap the 2/2 and the 3/3 to crew it.
I think I've seen a vehicle in like Amonkhet.
Yep, there was one in Amonkhet.
Okay.
But so once it's crewed, it becomes an artifact creature. Most of them have some weird abilities, like one of the new ones from the new set's called the Parhelion 2. And its ability is whenever you tap it to attack, it creates 2 4/4 vigilant life-linking angels. I believe they're also attacking. So, I mean, it definitely is worth it, but you have to kind of focus in on like a vehicle sub-theme.
Okay.
Let's see, what else was there in there? A lot of new keywords from the set, too, that I guess they're not really comeback keywords, but there's a lot of new keywords. You remember anything else that we saw in there that you didn't realize from before?
A lot of the planes. I'm not too familiar on like lore and stuff, but I noticed a lot of like planeswalkers in there. Some of them I kind of recognize, like Gideon and Nicol.
Yeah. So the new set's called War of the Spark.
Yeah.
And essentially what it is it's the culmination of the battle between Nicol and the Gatewatch and all of their friends. So the lore-wise, Nicol has tricked all the planeswalkers into coming onto Ravnica and then activated the Immortal Sun so that they can't planeswalk away from Ravnica. And is trying to steal all their planeswalker sparks to make himself a god, essentially. So, lore-wise, he does accomplish becoming a god, actually. He steals a couple sparks from some unnamed planeswalkers because they didn't want to kill, like... They made it... Okay, so Wizards made it sound like they were going to kill off a ton of people with this. Like, there's going to be all kinds of planeswalkers dying.
Yeah, Jim and Jeff.
Yeah, and it's like everybody's first thought was like with the trailer that got released, they're like, "Oh shit, Liliana's probably going to die," and that's not how it ended up happening.
I actually haven't seen that trailer.
You haven't seen the trailer?
I have not.
The trailer is movie quality. It is. I give Wizards an A++ on the trailer. It literally looks like it could be a movie. But in regards to like main storyline planeswalkers, really the only one that died was Gideon. But Ral Zarek and Domri also died. I think that's it, though. I think only those three. Yeah, that's it. And, I mean, Nicol Bolas didn't even really die. They banished him to prison realm. They have these story act spotlight cards that kind of tell you a little bit of the story.
Okay.
But they also released a book. So, there's that. And I just want to make it 100% clear that this man right here is wrapped up in a blanket, sitting in front of a heater. Because he's cold.
in here.
He's cold, apparently.
For those of you who aren't aware, I am black. And,
So am I.
so, like...
I'm just kidding.
I almost didn't catch that.
We're all a little black.
Yeah, I guess.
In the soul.
But, like, what is it? I think it's like 66 is... Like, anything past 66 is uncomfortable for me.
Jeez. 66 is like summer.
Damn.
I'm like perfectly fine
remember,
at 45.
Like, what was it? I forget when it was, but like we were in the fifth floor gaming room, and you guys were playing. Oh man, it's so hot in here. And meanwhile, I'm in like a coat. I'm like, man, this is like the best ever.
Oh, this is so warm.
It's so nice in here.
It's so nice. We're all dying.
About to have heat stroke and shit.
But in regards to the set, I mean, this is probably the best set that's came out since Dominaria. And I'd say it's better than Dominaria in regards to like flavor and especially value of the boxes. Like I bought 2 boxes, one for drafting and then one just for me. And my box value is at like $197. And I didn't even have like an excellent box. So I made $80-something on my box. Yeah. Which with a standard set is sometimes pretty hard to do unless you hit a lot of key cards. I mean, I got some good ones, but you know, I didn't hit a Liliana. I didn't hit any of the God Eternals.
So, speaking of cards in there, I just remembered the finales. Are those? Is that something new to the set, or is that something they've done before?
Well, the finales are new to the set, but they are modeled after the Hour of Devastation block. There's cards called Hour of.
Oh, okay.
So there's like Hour of Devastation, Hour of, there's an hour for every single one of the finales.
Okay. All right.
So it's just kind of something they did as a continuation since Nicol Bolas' home plane was Amonkhet, which is where Hour of Devastation takes place. So that's how they did all that good stuff. Well, actually, Nicol Bolas' home plane is technically Dominaria, I guess. Or is it Amonkhet? I don't freaking remember. It's one of the two.
A lot of finales.
There's 5.
I could have sworn the finale was like the final.
There's 5 finals. It's like finale of destruction,
taking inspiration
revelation,
from Final Fantasy. I see.
Yeah.
I swear, guys, it's the Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy 10-2 XD remake HD 3.7.
Oh, did you see the 7 remake?
Trailer? Yes, I did see the 7 remake trailer. What did you think of it?
I mean, I haven't played 7, so which is funny because I actually downloaded 7 with the intent to play it, but I have not played it yet.
7 is not my favorite. I'm one of the few people that probably prefer 8 to 7. And 4 is my favorite of all time.
Okay.
Followed by 10. I really like 10. We've got something for girls dancing around singing. I don't know. It's just something that I enjoy.
So if there was girls dancing around singing like 7, would you like it then?
Probably.
Right.
I could get behind that.
All right.
Cloud singing, whatnot. Yeah, I can get behind that. I could really get behind that. And they don't even have to be girls, I guess. They could be like alien girls.
Well, that's still girls.
Yeah.
They just have the modifier of alien.
Or robot girls. Definitely not robot girls. I'll take that one.
No, not robots.
Human
we're
girls
humans.
only.
Yeah, we're humans.
Human only.
Yes.
But no, this Magic set is really good. Like Wizards gets an A+ for this one. There are shortages of boxes though. So there are boxes going for... It's still in the allocation period, so distributors can't order more than they're allocated.
Okay.
But box prices are getting up into like the 120s, 130s on eBay for a standard set that, even though there's no MSRPs, most people sell them for $80 to $100.
All right.
So, and they did in the Japanese boxes have Japanese exclusive alternate arts that are anime, and they're freaking gorgeous. And those are selling for a ridiculous amount right now. They're so nice. Like the Sahili one is spot on. Sahili is probably the best one in my opinion. Anime magic girls. But yeah, that's so with this set they've put out so much product for this set. It's kind of ridiculous. So they've got just the regular War of the Spark boxes. Then they've got the alternate edition Japanese ones that come with the additional Planeswalkers. And then they've got the Mythic edition that was a total disaster again, like it has been the past 2 times that they've tried to do this.
How? Disaster how?
Okay, so there's 12,000 boxes that are made. Once the 12,000 are sold, that's it. The first time they did it with Guilds of Ravnica, they sold it on their Hasbro Direct site.
All right.
There were so many people trying to buy it at the same time, the site completely crashed. Orders were not going through. Orders were going through 4 or 5 times. I mean, it was a disaster. So what they did was, for all the people that tried to buy it and were either kicked out or didn't end up getting a box, they sent them a box topper from Ultimate Masters when it was getting ready to come out.
What is that? A box topper?
The box topper, they came in the Ultimate Master boxes. They're like an extended art version of one of the rares or mythics in the set.
Okay.
I mean, Ultimate Masters was like the final master set that they made, and it's crazy. I mean, I think the MSRP for the box when it came out was like $250, but your estimated value from the box was like $380. Me and Aegis, I guess I'll say that. Human Aegis purchased boxes, and we both did very well on them. But anyway, so they gave out those box toppers as like we're sorry.
A consolation prize.
Sorry. You ever see the episode of South Park where it's got like the BP guy? He's sitting there like naked. And he's like, "We're sorry, sorry."
I don't think I've seen the episode, but I know what you're talking about.
So yeah, that's pretty much what it was. And I mean that's fine though, because some of the box toppers were worth and are still worth in the hundreds. So, and that's a decent consolation prize. Then Allegiance, they were like, "All right, well, we're gonna sell these on our eBay store instead." Because eBay's, a larger platform and it's built to handle the volume. Well, it crashed.
Yeah.
So, multiple people trying to buy it at the same time. The site ended up crashing. This one wasn't as highly sought after as Guilds of Ravnica because the Planeswalkers weren't as powerful. I actually have a card from one of the masterpieces I can show you real quick.
All right.
Aegis actually bought it for me for my birthday. So, this is what the masterpiece versions look like from the Mythic editions. So they're a full art, and they're alternate art, and they're all shiny, and they're extremely valuable. Like, that's a $3 Planeswalker on its own, but in a masterpiece, it's probably like $25-30.
Okay.
So that one is from Allegiance, and Allegiance did not have very powerful Planeswalkers. But still, nevertheless, though, it crashed the eBay. It crashed eBay. I mean, it crashed the whole site. People that were ordering other things were having issues ordering other things. So they didn't. I don't remember them sending out like any compensation prizes for this one. It was pretty much just like a, hey, that's our bad. We screwed up. But there were still. Like I said, it wasn't as highly sought after. I mean, there were still only 12,000 boxes, but it wasn't as sought after as Guilds. And now with War of the Spark, there were crazy Planeswalkers. Like they put Jace the Mind Sculptor in there, which is like $140 by itself. like not even this extended art version, just the
Wait.
card, the regular Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Isn't that the banned one?
No,
That's not the banned one.
no, he's not banned.
Which is the banned one?
As far as I don't think there's any Jace that's banned. Magic doesn't tend to ban a lot of cards. Pretty much the only cards that I know of that are banned are like the Power 9 when it comes to. Well, I don't even know if those would be banned in Legacy. But I mean, it's the Magic ban list itself is not very large. I think there's only one card banned in Standard right now.
I'm sorry to interrupt the story, but
Aww. So Human J is awake now. And we could potentially Skype him in at some point if you wanted to try that route. Or Discord or phone call.
I guess I'm looking up could have swore. Wow. The most iconic and powerful Planeswalker card of all time, Jace the Mind Sculptor, has been on the modern ban list since the format's inception. Damn.
Oh, so he is banned? In Modern?
Well, I guess if they reprinted him, he must be unbanned. But
Well, I mean, just so he's so expensive because of the collectible factor. Also, I mean, he's been printed in I think 3 sets, and then I think there was a version of him from the vault as well.
oh, okay. So he got unbanned on February 12th of 2018.
Okay, that makes more sense. Because I was gonna say I know he's not banned because there's a couple modern mill decks that would completely be gone if it wasn't for him.
Yeah.
But so anyway, so just him normally. I mean, if you want to look him up on like TCG Player, he's like anywhere from $120 to $140.
That's a used one for 1187.
He's expansive, but there's the alternate art from War of the Spark is going for like $450 right now.
Yeah, $449.99.
And then that's just one of them. There's also Ugin, who's like a $90 card by himself without the special reprint. He's going for like $280. There's the new Nicol Bolas that's like $30. I think the foil version of him is like $110, and this version of him is like $180. So I mean, the value is just ridiculous. Like, I mean, the probably the least expensive card in the set's going to be the Gideon, and I bet he'll still go for $50-$60.
Poor dude.
Yeah, poor Gideon sacrifices his life to save everybody, and just his cards aren't that great. But
well,
anyway.
He got lumped into those unnamed planeswalkers that died. He wasn't that important.
No, he was. So his. All right, I guess I could go back to the storyline for a minute, but
All right.
he sacrificed himself to make Liliana because he has indestructibility. He can't be killed. So he sacrifices his indestructibility, gives it to Liliana, so that she can break her contract with Nicol Bolas and help kill him. Essentially. So after the events of War of the Spark, she disappears. She's just gone. So everybody thinks that what's going to happen next is she's going to go somewhere else, and Garruk's going to be there. So Garruk was like, Garruk is this kind of like social outcast of the Planeswalkers. He hates Planeswalkers. He wants to kill all of them. Oh. He is also one, but he wants to kill them all.
Self-hating planeswalker.
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, and he hasn't been seen in Magic in years. So
But I've heard a lot of people were upset about that, actually.
Yeah, because they kind of like here's Nissa. Take Nissa as a green planeswalker. You don't need Garruk anymore. Take Nissa. Everybody's like, no, she sucks. I mean, the only cool thing to come out of Nissa is like her and Chandra's like storyline in War of the Spark is pretty funny.
Is there hardcore tripping in that story?
Yes.
All right.
There actually is, no lie.
Oh, really?
I mean, not to that extent, but like they do profess their love for each other. So I mean, yeah.
I might have to read up in Mountain Magic lore.
Make sure you're wearing pants when you do so.
Oh.
Pants required.
It's no fun.
But no. So yeah, the set has really good lore. I mean, this is I feel like this is the most that Magic has put into like the story arc when it comes to the sets. I mean, they've always had like the little mini stories that they put on their website. Like the one for Ixalan to me was pretty dumb. It's like, oh look, Jace lost his memories and went somewhere random. Let's see where he is. There's dinosaurs here. Oh no! And then a fucking Demigorgon that he falls in love with named Vraska, and it's weird. It's like, you can turn people to stone with your eyesight? I'm all about that shit. Lucky for you, I got a stone fetish. So
I'm rock hard for you.
So yeah, that's Nissa that's Vraska and Jace. They take turns forgetting memories. So that's what happened in War of the Spark too. So War of the Spark, Vraska like gives up her memory to give Jace his memories back.
Oh well.
I don't know. It's weird. Vraska ends up. So Vraska's lost her or loses her memories and ends up becoming like the leader of the Golgari guild. And yeah, so. But she's also a planeswalker. If that wasn't obvious enough.
I think I've heard of her.
I mean, she's got like 4 cards in standard right now. I think 4 or 5. She probably has the most planeswalker cards that are in standard. Because they had one of her for Ixalan and Rivals. She probably has 5 because then she'd have the 2 dual deck ones, and then the War of the Spark one. So she has 5 standard legal. Frig, did she have one in guilds too? I think there might be 6 standard legal Vraskas. That's ridiculous.
War of the Vraska.
Yeah, War of the Vraskas. So, Wizards did a really good job with the set. The Mythic Edition, though, we'll go back to that since we like to jump around here. With this one, with all the value of the cards and all the anticipated value and everything, I mean, people knew it was going to be like a slugfest trying to get a box. So they set it to, we're in Central Time, so they set it to go at 3 p.m. Central Time is when you can start buying them on eBay's direct site again. Because supposedly eBay had fixed all the issues that they'd had at the start or on the Allegiance one. And they convinced them to use their platform again to sell this product. And at 3 o'clock, it crashed again. Because people were refreshing so much to see when it was purchasable. According to a lot of people that tried to purchase it between 3 and 3:05, their orders did not go through and were canceled. Now, I can speak for myself because I actually got a box. I ordered my box at 3:03, and mine went through, and I got a confirmation. It's on its way here. Should be here Monday. This is just to kind of throw in the Magic community and how bad everybody freaks out, though, and all the misinformation that kind of gets spread through the community. And there's one person in particular that spreads it. I mean, the guy is pretty well known in the Magic community. It's Rudy with Alpha Investments. He, as soon as this started happening, the eBay Buy It Now list, where everybody was clicking Buy It Now, that number tracks how many times Buy It Now has been clicked. It doesn't track how many times it's been actually sold. So that Buy It Now deal said that there was 45,000 boxes sold, which there's only 12,000 boxes printed. So there's literally no way for there to be 45,000 boxes sold. Rudy with Alpha Investments got on there and was saying that he heard from distributors that they had made the set print to order now.
Oh.
So he had everybody freaking out. There's a lot of people that got this information and canceled it because they're like, well, the box is going to be worthless now. I mean, people were already, before it was even posted on eBay, people were already scalping them at $500 to $600 a piece. So Rudy puts out this quick video and is like, War of the Spark is print order. Everyone cancel your orders. Don't, it's not an investable product. Don't even put your money into it. And then Wizards comes out and says, yeah, sorry to everybody that over number 12,000, you're not getting a box. Yeah. You're getting your money back or you're not getting a box. And then I guess Rudy got hounded with death threats and everything for spreading this false information.
I think I actually saw that video. but not the previous one.
Not the previous one. Yeah, he was.
I was so confused.
He got a ton of death threats for kind of spreading this false information. Because there were people literally. I mean, because the box was for sale for $250. It's being scalped right now on eBay for over $1,000. So there are people that instantly lost $750 to $1,000 by listening to his advice and canceling their boxes, which is partially their fault because I mean it's a collectible product, and it's been said by Wizard 12,000 boxes. That's what you're getting. So yeah, a lot of people were understandably upset. Now Rudy claims that he heard from his distributors that because then he came back and said, well, they said it wasn't print to order. Now they said they were printing an additional 15,000 boxes. Oh. And then that came out to be false as well. So I mean, it really made him look bad because a lot of people were thinking that, oh, maybe he's just trying to get all these orders canceled so he can get in with a distributor or with Wizards or somebody and try to snatch up the rest of the boxes that are unclaimed. Because he's been posting videos of him like just buying out massive supplies of older boxes. Like he posted a video where he bought like the last pallet in the United States of Journey into Nyx, and just older sets like that. And he's an investor, so I mean he hoards all this stuff. He's got warehouses full of boxes from older sets that are worth tons of money now. So he contributed negatively to that as well. But Wizards and eBay sent out a joint statement saying, "Hey, 12,000 boxes. That's all we've got, and that's all we're printing. Wait here over the next couple days, and for the people that that had an order confirmation from eBay, which was approximately 35,000, they sent out an email that said, "Hey, in the next couple days, you're either going to get an email saying yes, you've got a box, or no, you didn't." So, like me, I was sitting on edge. I was like, I literally I went from work and I drove to a place that had cell phone service so that I could sit there and keep refreshing and trying to buy a box. But they finally sent out the emails to everyone. It was pretty much an either sorry, but you're going to get all your money back, or congratulations, you're one of 12,000 that got a box. The only problem with that is it took them, they're still kind of sorting through things, and they're still sending emails out to people that didn't get a box. And there were a lot of issues with the refunds. There are a lot of people who still haven't gotten their refunds yet, and it's been 10 or 11 days now. And there's also the people who are getting their refunds haven't been getting their taxes and import fees and custom fees refunded, like the people that ordered out overseas. Now, Wizards came out and put a statement out that said that they will be giving all that stuff back. It's just a matter of time. Yeah. I mean, I guess it is, 40 something thousand misclicked orders and stuff is a lot to sort through, but it just goes to show that, Wizards' PR team needs some work, because all this was going on. Like, Rudy was putting out these videos, and they weren't responding to them. They were, just sitting kind of in the dark for about 24 hours before they finally said, okay, so this is what happened. We screwed up again. But this was around 2 or 3 days ago. Wizards put out a statement that said that anyone whose order got canceled is going to be getting shipped an uncut sheet of all the foils or all the rares and mythics from War of the Spark. So, I mean, they're getting some sort of compensation, and I think they gave them a $20 eBay gift card. So, there's that. I mean, they've compensated well for their screw ups, but they still keep screwing up.
I wonder, why do they do that? I mean, I'm listening to all this. I'm thinking, man, Yu-Gi-Oh players really don't know how good they got it. He's like, we complain about how there's short prints and stuff, but that sounds like some quit the game kind of shit.
A lot of people are madder than shit, to the point where there's actually been a class action lawsuit filed against Hasbro. They're telling people to not, because eBay sent out this thing hey, click here to cancel your order, and the law firm is stating that in eBay's terms of service, that when you click buy now or you buy that order, you actually enter into a contract with that individual to supply you with that product.
Yeah.
So the lawsuit is not searching for boxes to be distributed to the individuals. They're seeking to give the individuals who attempted to purchase the box the profits that they would have made for selling the box at this scalped value. So I think they said they were demanding $600 per box or something like that, as opposed to the $250 that they paid for it, or the boxes. I think they threw on there or you could just give us the boxes, but printing more of those boxes is going to really destroy the value of the boxes that exist.
Going to hurt the other people.
So, I mean, they kind of got stuck between a rock and a hard place, but at the same time, it's their fault for not investing money in their own site to make it to where they can handle all this traffic at once, or get up with Google or somebody like that has millions of people hitting a button at the same time. Well, figure out what the hell they do.
I think most of my anger is directed towards, I guess, Magic or Hasbro, whoever.
Hasbro, yeah, Wizards of the Coast.
Why 12,000?
Because they wanted it to be an exclusive print run. They wanted it to be an exclusive set. And it's a quick cash grab. With every single one of these, they make $3 million.
I guess.
These 12,000 boxes. So, I mean, there's a quick $3 million, and they know they're going to sell out within seconds. I think this one, even with all the issues, sold out within 13 minutes.
Seems like a really shitty thing to do. I don't know how to run a business. It's just
it's just another one of those ways that they're trying to kind of eliminate the local game store in a sense. Because, all these boxes all this special product is being sold online. So, it's game stores, just screw yourselves.
Oh. I remember Garuk. That's that guy's name.
Garuk.
I remember hearing that it's because of feminism that Garuk has not appeared again. What are your thoughts on that?
So yeah, I've heard that before too. That they wanted more powerful women planeswalkers like Nissa and Chandra, and because most of the newer planeswalkers that have been introduced have been women. There's since Garuk's disappearance, you've had Nissa. You've had Chandra Nalaar. You've had Jaya Ballard coming back as a planeswalker. She's an old grandma, though. That's the one that I showed you before.
Yeah.
And then you had Vraska, which is... Does she really count as a girl? Because, she's a freaking Gorgon.
She's a Gorgon girl.
She just, turns people into stone. And then, let's see. And then you got Kaya. I think there's a couple more that I'm missing too.
There's this blue one that's elegant looking.
Narset? Is it the one I showed you earlier? She's not new. She's older from other sets, and then you've got the Wanderer, who nobody knows who that is, but it's definitely a girl. And you got the little.
Wait, how do they know it's a girl if they don't know who it is?
Because it's got long hair and boobies.
Oh. No face.
The card has long hair and boobies. It's a girl.
But no face.
But no face. No, it's got a you know Zero's hat? It kind of looks like Zero.
Oh, okay.
It's
a forcible crossover.
I got a card. I got a card of it somewhere.
That'd be amazing, actually. Just a forcible crossover.
All right. So here is the Wanderer. Nobody knows who it is. It's a secret.
Are those boobies?
Huh?
I guess they're boobies.
They're boobies. They're definitely boobies. And they're not the largest of boobies, but they're boobies.
No plus abilities either.
No, not the uncommon planeswalkers. None of them have plus abilities.
Oh, that's weird.
So, also Tibalt came back, which is cool. He's he's notoriously known as the worst planeswalker ever made. The original Tibalt, because it was a 2-drop that did nothing almost. And then they brought in the Chinese exclusive planeswalker.
Oh.
Samut was also one of the new ones. Samut. She's a girl.
Kiora Smasher.
Kiora is also a girl. There's Kaya, who's a girl. Let's see. I know there's a couple more.
I think I know exactly who the Wanderer is.
Who?
Zero's mom.
It's Zero's mom?
Yes.
I knew it. Called it. Oh, Saheeli. She's also a new one from the plane of Kaladesh. So there are a couple new cards, new Planeswalker cards that have never been, or new Planeswalkers that haven't been seen before. These are both actually dudes, though. So Davriel is from the book that was released before the War of the Spark book. And then Teo the Shield Mage, who was in the War of the Spark book. He was like, he accidentally planeswalked to Ravnica right when everything was going on. That was the first time he ever planeswalked. So he's like, hello, I'm in a shitstorm. Now, in the set, there is a new mechanic called Amass. So, there's a token. It's called the Zombie Army. To add to that zombie army, you have to have something that says Amass. And it'll give you a number. Oh, Proliferate's also back, which is pretty crazy.
What's Proliferate?
Proliferate is any card or player or permanent that has a +1/+1 counter on it, or a counter of any kind. You can add an additional counter to it. Of that type. So, for example, say you've got a creature with 2 +1/+1 counters on it, and you proliferate, you get to add an additional +1/+1 counter. Now that works for loyalty counters on Planeswalkers. That works for poison counters when it comes to infect. +1/+1 counters, -1/-1 counters, -0/-1 counters. Now, Amass is mainly a blue and green and black mechanic. I'm sorry, blue and red and black mechanic, no green. So, Amass 1 would be, you just essentially put if you don't have one, you put one onto the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. If you do have one, you get an additional +1/+1 counter on it. So you can only have one zombie army token on the battlefield at the same time.
Alright.
So, that's one of the new mechanics. Proliferate was the other one. There's a lot of cards that proliferate. There's a lot of sacrifice, like sub themes in the set. I would say mainly in black and red. Proliferate is also really strong in the format. This is, when it comes to limited, this is a very, very strong limited set. Meaning that when it comes to draft, you need to have like 2 to 5 bombs to win. I mean, it's a bomb heavy set. You got 36 planeswalkers, so there's a planeswalker in every pack. So you gotta have some bombs. Tybalt doesn't count as a bomb still. No. He's all sad. All right. But the Mythic Edition was a total flop. I can't complain too terribly much since I got a box. But
all right. Before I move on, I want to circle back one more time to Garuk. So, okay, they removed him because of feminism. Did they have to remove him, or they couldn't have just added other planeswalkers, kind of like they have?
Well, I could be wrong, but I think a lot of it had to do with how the final battle between him and Liliana went. Because if I remember right, I could be totally ballsing this up, but if I remember right, he beat the living crap out of her. So I think they're kind of yeah, maybe we shouldn't.
Can't beat women.
Yeah. If I remember right, I could be wrong. I know
misogynist green motherfucker.
So she got I do know that she got the chain veil from him, which is a really powerful artifact in regards to planeswalking. So it kind of it essentially doubles her power.
These human companies are making a lot on this cardboard.
Yes, they are making a lot of money on this human cardboard.